Hey everyone, and welcome to a Cauldron of Carnage Mythic guide for Feral, like a Feral POV, and I'm going to talk through how to sort of be playing out the fight from a Feral perspective. I'm going to start things off by talking about the talents in just a moment. I did want to mention I've done one of these for Vexy. I think I did just upload my raw VOD of Vexy, so you can check that out. If you want an overview of that, let me know. And then I've got ones coming for other bosses that I've killed as Feral. So I've got like Lock and Sprocket, or whatever he's called, coming up as well. So, starting off with talents for this then. So, first section of the tree, you're not running Primal Wrath, you're not running Double Clawed Rake. There are probably some people that are going to say, well, why not? At some point they come together, is it worth, cleaving off of them? Yes and no. It is worth cleaving off the two of them, but because it's such a short uptime, it's not actually worth Primal Wrathing, because what you really want to do is when they then sort of separate again, you want as long length rip as you can possibly get on each target, so that you've got like a full set of bleeds on both and you're just getting extra damage for free. So if you did a Primal Wrath rip, it actually wouldn't last very long, and it's better to actually do a single target rip. So that's why you're not going to run Primal Wrath. Also, it's just like a dead talent for most of the pull, because the bosses are separate. And then you're not going to run Double Clawed Rake, because at best it's going to save you one global, which just isn't really worth it when you can get so many extra globals from Tireless Energy and just get better energy situations going on. You're then going to run like the standard stuff, Moonfire, Taste for Blood, all your Berserks and whatnot. Then you're just running one Adaptive Swarm and one Feral Frenzy and Convoke. So all pretty standard stuff there. I just wanted to talk about why you probably wouldn't really run Double Clawed Rake and Primal Wrath, because there will be some people out there that are curious as to oh, well, why not? Is there a big reason for that? So I then want to actually just show you some of the VOD itself. So something that I'll do on most bosses is I will actually start, when we're waiting for the pull to occur, I will start by putting Swarm on allies and build up a Swarm to try and get max stacks. And then when we start combat, I'll have a high length Swarm. On this boss, I did it, but I didn't really feel like it was really super worthwhile, because it might jump to somebody who's then going to go to the opposite side, and then it won't jump back. So it's a bit of a waste. So I wouldn't really stress too much about doing that on Cauldron. But then we're going to go into the pool. I'm on the red side. I'm on the old dinosaur lad. And just going to start by just doing your regular opener. So, Rake in, Moonfire in, Thrashing, building up to 5 combo points with Brutal Slash. Then you can Swarm, Tiger Fury, Berserk, Rip, look into then Feral Frenzy not too long after that. I do skew it a little bit because I didn't have Swarm available because I've been messing around. And honestly, when I go to kill this boss again, I probably won't mess with that. And then we're just stacking it for bombs. So here, it's very important to be spreading off people and so kind of coordinate that spread. But just maintain uptime. You're just maintaining uptime here. I'm not doing anything too radical, too crazy. My Swarm there was on 1 stack on the boss, and didn't have long left. I'm going to do a little beam bait there. It's actually a very nice beam. Oh, that's a lovely beam, huh? Fantastic. But then I'm just looking to maintain Rip, hit my Rake in the Pandemic, Moonfire in the Pandemic. Regular stuff. We're doing bombs. I was always trying to make sure that I got knocked, sort of not into the beam, so I'd always sort of face a little bit away. And it also sets me up for my, spread spot as well. So now we're going to come together here. And I want to try and get bleeds on the opposite boss as quickly as possible. So I've got 2 sets of bleeds running. And I'm just going to be doing double rips. Individual rips there. And then I'm just trying to Rake both. I'm trying to Moonfire both. And this is why we want Tireless Energy as well, because it actually gives us the energy to be able to do these things. And you'll note very, very clear. So I started on red side. That means I'm going to be going over to blue side. I want to try and make sure that I've got as long a rip as possible on this mob, just for extra damage and extra apex opportunity. So it's not just it's not pad or anything like that. It's good. You want both these bosses to die. You want as much uptime on both these bosses as you can get, and it's going to give you extra apex procs, so that's good. So this boss has still got 15 seconds or so on, hold on, let's see. It's still got 10 seconds. I get 5 combo points. Now, the monkey, I'm about to go to blue side, he's got a short duration rip, but I'd rather just maximize this one, in my opinion, Because I'm going to be going to blue side anyway, so I can deal with that afterwards. So even though he's got 10 seconds left on this bleed, it's not in the pandemic window. I just refresh, like, everything. So I refresh, I get a full max rip there. I don't think it was during the Tiger Fury window, so that's okay. No big deal. There's probably, like, optimizations there that I can do. I only had a couple pulls on this boss, and then we got the kill. I wasn't in on the initial kill. So, yeah, and then we're just coming over to blue side, trying to, you know, just do your best here with the movement. Trying to, like, stack up somewhat with the melee. Now, you can run Mass Entangle here, which can be somewhat helpful, dealing with these ads. Also, something to note, and you're going to see in a bit, but be very careful with your Convoke on this blue side, because you can actually get silenced. I believe the little lightning pools on the ground will actually silence you. Now I got another cooldown window off there, so we're like 2 minutes 30 in the fight now. So you could consider. I don't know. No, I was gonna say you could maybe consider looking at, like, it might be worth looking at the timers and seeing if you could move around your cooldown windows, depending on your kill time. Because if you held for like 40 seconds, you could get double bosses for your cooldowns. But I'll be honest, I don't know that I like it too much, because this window is really awkward to actually try and DPS. You don't actually get great uptime on both. It's kind of hard. I try and get another set of dots on blue side before we leave. Pretty sure as well, actually, one of our cooldown windows lines up naturally anyway with the intermission. But then just standard stuff here. Still got Tiger Fury there, so I'm going to get ripped during that Tiger Fury window. Good stuff. Spread here. Now, defensively, something I haven't really spoken about. Red side is where I'm using my defensives, mainly. So I've got SI available. I've got Barkskin coming up soon. I didn't pre-assign cooldowns so much on this boss, because I think this is more of a depends on what happens sort of thing. Like, it's not like it's the second boss. It's not mega. So I Barkskin this. Oh no, I Barkskin the bomb. Sorry. Sometimes it can be a bit messy. Like, I found coming out of the bombs, you then have to spread, and then also you get lava pools. So it could be a little bit scary sometimes. Drop that bait. The bait's super easy to handle. Just remember to move out of it. And then we're going to come together. So now I've got cooldowns. In fact, when did these come up? Yeah, they literally just came up perfectly. Okay, yeah, so you wouldn't do any funny cooldown stuff here, because you're going to have it. If you just use on cooldown, you're going to naturally just get it during this period. So I immediately try and rip up what's-his-face, Torque there. And then I try and send a Convoke here. And I try and stand in the middle as best I can to try and get some sort of cleaving. But be very careful, it's kind of dangerous in here. So I want to try and, I think I tried my best there. I think, like, that's how I'd maximize damage. I don't think I even got Torque, so I redot Torque. What about Florendo? Yeah, I get a new Rip, but I don't get a Rake or a Moonfire. So I could have played that a little bit better. Needs to, like, be in a good spot. Think about where you're aiming this frontal, guys. So here we get kind of scuffed. I jumped through the lightning, which I think actually does a little bit of damage there, but I'm okay. I think I SI'd it. Oh, yeah, I SI'd it. I wasn't too sure if that was going to kill me. I can't see the monkey's health. Can someone call if we need to... So I re-rip there. Tiger Fury's coming up soon, though. You definitely don't want your rip to fall off. I mean, could I have, yeah, no, I definitely want to re-rip. Tiger Fury's coming up in like 5-6 seconds, and Rip's only got 2 seconds left. Terrible bomb, guys. Bait it last second. Just face this frontal away. Oh, stop on Florendo. Okay. And don't get knocked into the boss. Don't get knocked right. Dip in last second. But actually, we need to do more damage to Torque. I thought there was a call to do more. I think he said stop on Florendo. Yeah, he said stop on Florendo. And I'm, bro, the flipping That was a silly one. I went and dotted him, thinking he meant kill the dinosaur.
Okay, and then we phase and we kill them.
I just misheard on comms. Because we don't want to kill... We don't want this guy to... We want this guy to enrage, but not too soon. I almost died there in that blue swirl. Actually, no, I had ages. So here I box skin during this. This is a good time to be using hellstones, health pots, and whatnot. At this point, at this stage where it's a bit hectic. I'm going to get one set of cooldowns. We want to kill this dinosaur now, so we don't have to deal with any more of its mechanics. I just come back to blue. I've got 22 stacks, but I just come back. Now, watch here. I'm going to convoke. And then because of these swirlies, I'm going to move into a silence pool. Yeah, I get silence there. Which is a real shame, but like, it didn't matter. It would have been a minor damage increase, but then boss is dead. So that's kind of it. I just wanted to at least show Feral POV. I don't know if this has been helpful in any way. But you could just sort of see some like planning with positioning and, I mean, cooldowns and whatnot. But yeah, guys. Hopefully it's been a nice little overview there for you. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.